Hello, Nigeria!
Woohoo!
It's time once again. Your favorite show is about to begin.
And now you know how we do it. Every single weekday morning, we bring you a wonderful set out platter, carousel, of things, of events that put that sunshine in your face in the morning.
Indeed. Now, we do this back to back. It's back to back. But we take this on with pride and joy. This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Are you ready for it? Now it's going to be all the way up until 8:45 a.m. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinsong. We're live streaming right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook Live at TVC Connect. Please send in those comments, contributions, shout-outs, birthday shout-outs, and everything else. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Now you should also download our mobile app. It's available from any of the Android or iOS store, and you can watch us and interact with us via the mobile app from anywhere in the world.
Yes, indeed. So we have a lineup, don't we? Quite a lineup for them.
Yeah. We do.
Give them an idea of.
It's the last day of the month.
Yes, so.
It's the last day.
So meaning from tomorrow, it's August.
It's August, man. It's August.
How
did the year go so fast?
Well, it goes fast when there's a lot of activity. Things really happened this year. A lot of things happened. Some good, some bad, but a lot of things happening. So we don't really know when the time is flying. But we know the time is flying for us, and we need to tell you what exactly is happening today.
Okay, let's get straight to it.
Kolawole Onishiwo. Yes, Onishiwo is here today. Mr. Spencer, performing artist with over 15 tracks to his credit. He's going to be performing one of them for you shortly.
And then on health, Dr. Olawale Tubi will be discussing the health benefits of sports and physical activities.
And then another musical performance today. We have Afro Pop and R&B.
And then, as human beings, comparison is not always a good thing. Now, on relationship, Olabisi Shoreton will be talking about the effects of comparing your spouse with others.
It's a deep one. On nutrition today, we'll be delving into the never-ending war against carbohydrates. Dietitian Tolani Fashion is going to be discussing that with us today. To eat or not to eat? That is the question.
We have another performance today, and we'll also have a chat with Black Bolt. It's going to be here.
Oh my, supermarket is now the location for a music video. Wow.
She went there.
Yeah, it's a supermarket. Like, you can do anything anywhere now. Like, that's like anything, anywhere. And it kind of worked. I don't know, it just looked fly.
Yeah,
something else that's working.
The guy was the costume and all that.
Yeah, like
looking very,
Black
but
Bolt.
yeah, we're looking forward to having him.
Yes, sir.
Later. We're going to talk to him about that supermarket shoot. Was he able to pick anything from anywhere? But hey.
Wow.
Was he supposed to pick something from there?
No, I'm just thinking, so, the hazards that come with a set. A set environment.
Yes.
So at times, if it's some foreign music videos that have some budgets, they will set up that supermarket. They won't go to a live supermarket. But I've seen here where they actually go to a live supermarket, they don't dance too much. But if you do anyhow and you
just knock something.
You could definitely, the best thing is to have a set, put together a set.
And then there's some music videos where you see them throwing money around, and that they count every single note of that money, and all that money must be complete.
Some of them are not original notes now.
There was a time it was against the law. I don't know, I think it still is to actually use
spray money,
real money, even in certain
music videos
and stuff.
Well, I guess so.
You're not allowed to use.
How would you know now? We have many rules. When you used to spray money at parties, it's not against the rule.
No, but
people are still spraying. But
who
I saw one party see the spraying. It was like guy just came bundles. Just tap the head. Can't just pick it up.
Wow.
Bundle.
I am telling you, man.
Bundles.
It's not those kind of you give everybody work.
You know when I gave up that spraying machine, as in spraying machine. Seriously.
So this guy, as in the guy go, just bring it out. There are like 5 of them just around him.
But
let's go. Just tap the head.
But that tapping the head thing, I don't really like it. I don't like that.
So the idea, I don't know the full rules, but I know that it has to touch some part of your body.
Yeah.
So the money, right? So when they're giving it to you, so it's more or less like, okay, it's now, I don't know, some kind of passing on. So just tap him and just bring it up. So I'm talking about correct, not
Titi can be very superstitious sometimes.
Yes.
So all that spraying of money on the head, tapping on the head.
For what?
To her, it means something. You are collecting your destiny.
You argue where they should spend the money. People are looking for the money to be sprayed.
Exactly.
You argue this is
what part of the money? So guess what?
If you want to tap anywhere, madam, bring the money.
It doesn't matter. See, there are some monies that are coming from some places that you don't want the money, man. There are some.
I don't care where the money is coming from.
You want the money.
As long as the money is entering into my pocket,
not like that.
I really can't be bothered where it's coming from.
They say something where no go kill you. There's some times. Seriously, so there's this guy. I've said this story many times. This is a true life story.
For you guys.
This is a true life story. Baba is eating very correct. He went to his friend's house at night, and then he's sitting down eating very, very crunchy okra soup with eba. Crunchy. I see all this crayfish and meat is very crunchy. Cockroach that was inside.
Oh no!
It's a true life story. This is not this is not made up. When he was told Baba got sick once, what happened?
Wow.
Knowledge.
So he wouldn't have got sick if he didn't have.
You will know many times.
It's actually the same thing.
Knowledge. The moment you know about something. I'm sorry if I grossed you out. Sorry about that. But hey,
cockroach.
Knowledge. So knowledge can be. It's a two-sided. It's a two-edged sword.
God. What does it? What you don't know doesn't hurt you.
When we were children, one of the things that we were taught was don't collect things from strangers, even from your friends. So you don't find yourself in places you don't want to be. You collect sweets, you end up somewhere. You collect money, you end up somewhere.
You know what I feel?
Pay attention.
As in, let's have more time. We'll talk about knowledge. How knowledge is 2 ways. Let's on our this thing.
I don't believe that crayfish.
What? Me that was eating shawarma the night, I don't know inside. I see it was tastes like a goosey soup.
You know what? Let's go to the news now. Ibrahim is on standby.
All grossed out, I'm sure.
Now, welcome to the news. First, so many things are happening. 2 days ago, I broke my glasses frame. Now I brought it, then I left it on the table. So let's go. Let's see how it's going to go. Right, residents of Jakana community in Borno State have been visited by suspected members of Boko Haram who are attempting to indoctrinate them. TBC News is learning that many of them were rounded up and were sermonized by the intruders who broke homes and shops and food stores without resistance. Jakana community is along the Maiduguri-Kano highway and about 40 kilometers from the capital of Borno State. And the Senate has recessed for its summer break after 5 long days of screening ministerial nominees. The lawmakers also discussed some national issues on their last day before the break. Our senior correspondent Femi Akonde's report is presented from our studio.
And they were thinking that
the ministerial screening did not start immediately. First was a petition from the senator representing the Federal Capital Territory on why no indigene of the FCT was nominated as a minister.
Somebody from FCT is entitled to a ministerial appointment, and the declaration that the constitutional refusal or default by the previous and current president and administration to appoint an FCT person as a minister of the Federation a violation of the constitutional right of the people of the FCT.
Another motion came up, calling the attention of the senators to the deplorable security situation in Borno State, already ravaged by the deadly Boko Haram sect in the last decade.
It's a very difficult terrain for our gallant armed forces to man. However, with all the efforts that they have done, there are still a few remnants of the insurgents that are on the prowl and hit sub-targets.
Then the ad hoc committee report on the investigation of the crisis in the Edo State House of Assembly was submitted. with strong recommendations that could spur the National Assembly to take over the legislative duties of the Edo State House of Assembly if they again refuse to comply with the requirements of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That the Edo State Governor should issue a fresh proclamation letter for the proper inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly. Those in favor of this recommendation say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Eventually, the anticipated moment came. One by one, 43 nominees appeared before the Senate to be screened. This is the beginning of the formation of the long-awaited Federal Executive Council. 3 remaining nominees were screened on the last day. Among them is Lai Mohammed. Mohammed's screening was expected to be a thorough grilling, but instead it got encomiums, something like saving the best for last. There was absolutely no objection to the decision to allow Lai Mohammed to take a bow and go, a privilege exclusively reserved for former lawmakers.
This is somebody that has selflessly served us as a nation. He has served our party. He's a very, very fiercely loyal party man. As a spokesman for the party, he did excellently well. And as minister of the government of our federation of this country, last 4 years, did wonderfully well, extremely well. We have just concluded the screening exercise.
After the screening, again, one after the other, the President of the Senate asked lawmakers to approve the confirmation of the nomination of the 43 ministers designate sent by President Muhammadu Buhari. The President of the Senate banged the gavel 43 times in confirmation of the 43 nominees. At the end of the day, the Senate gave themselves a pat on the back for demonstrating patriotism and sacrificing their annual recess, but not also without a warning to the new ministers to honor legislative summons when it arises and respect the oversight duties of the legislature. Now the ball is in the court of Mr. President. He has got his team that should hit the ground running, and the National Assembly expects him to begin work on the fiscal plan for 2020 and submit the national budget in good time.
Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission says it will share its threat assessment with security agencies ahead of the elections in Kogi and Bayelsa State. This was disclosed at a roundtable discussion with experts on the electoral umpire's preparedness for the elections. Habib Lawal reports.
Governorship elections.
The Commission faces another crucial test with the conduct of the governorship elections in the North Central and South states on the 16th of November 2019. The off-cycle elections in the 2 states will provide another opportunity for the Commission to perfect its systems. It will be the first major elections conducted since the 2019 general election, and observers say the Commission must address a series of infractions that have cropped up at the various election tribunals. These infractions have called to question the efficiency of card readers in helping to tackle the inflation of ballots. INEC says this time around, election materials and card readers will be ready a month to the election.
We have sensitive and non-sensitive materials, and the non-sensitive materials involve posters, biros, stamp pads, things that are used on the day of the election. So these we get together and send them to the states.
We want to see a rank-off-free party primaries, not party primaries that will throw up issues at the end of the day, and then you get flag bearers that really are not flag bearers of the party. That's for the political class. And then for the security agencies, we want to see better synergy between the security agencies.
Security agencies also recall how violence, intimidation, and use of weapons to scare voters away became the order of the day during the 2019 general election. Security agencies are now engaged in various consultative meetings before the election to ensure each free and violence-free election.
Every sensitive material and even INEC officials, that they will be adequately protected security-wise. In the previous elections, we have been deploying, we have been sending our officers at the polling units.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has commenced the review of the recruitment, training and deployment of ad hoc staff ahead of the November 16, 2019 governorship elections in Bayelsa and Kogi State. Reforms in the delegation of responsibilities by the Commission to ad hoc election personnel are also being consulted. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, that's it on the news update for this hour. Weather update is up next.
But hey, let's take a look at the headlines of the papers this morning. I'll kick off from the Daily Sun. And we can see just beside the flag there, my intending successor should work hard. Buhari. And we see here the major headline there, Buhari works on ministers' portfolios. The writer says likely to inaugurate cabinet this week. The kicker goes on to say as Senate clears all ministerial nominees. And we can see a picture here, a picture story. This is a picture at a graduation lecture delivered by President Bio of Sierra Leone in Abuja yesterday. That's a graduation of the NDC. All right, underneath that, Senate names chairs of 69 committees in Dume, Wamako, Gaya, and Adiola head key groups. Edo Assembly Obasaki adamant as Senate orders fresh proclamation, and Tribunal opens defense with 3 witnesses. And then we can see court quashes injunction against the LG dissolution in Oyo State. All of this on the cover of the Daily Sun.
We also have the Guardian newspaper, and the headline is Senate aired on takeover of Edo Assembly, say lawyers, others. Fault 1-week ultimatum, illegality won't stand, Obaseki vows. State Speaker denies crisis. Meanwhile, Lawan insists on takeover bid. It also says why war against Boko Haram may not end soon, according to the Borno governor. It also says why I won't name my likely successor now by Buhari. Says Abiola presidency would have prevented tension. Ogun leaders thank president for honoring MKO, seek rehabilitation of federal roads in the state. Meanwhile, police ban IMN's activities nationwide, recruit 40,000. Senate confirms all 43 ministerial nominees, seeks 12-month budget cycle. Again, protesting youth kill 8 persons in Taraba State. And Buhari's certificate gains currency as president opens defense at tribunal. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
All right, and straight on to the Vanguard. Shiites banned for engaging in subversion. That's from the IGP Adamu. And the riders underneath go on to say, says group pledge allegiance to foreign nations to ruin Nigeria. Don't turn Nigeria to battleground. Shiite group wants Saudi Arabia and Iran. And reverse yourself on Shiite proscription. Onaikon urges FG, says Nigeria's security has worsened in the last 5 years. We can see a picture there of Ogun elders and leaders at Aso Rock. Ministers, Senate confirms Akpabio, Nakume, Fashola, Amechi, and 39 others. That's about all the ministers, all the lists that were sent. And then on Naira Watch, Naira down to 362.39 Naira to the dollar in I&E window. And Apapa gridlock, just top left corner there. We have situation worsens as traffic management turns money-making venture. All of this on the front page of The Guardian.
We have the Punch newspaper coming up next. It says, government ban. Shiites blame Saudi Arabia. IG orders clamp down. Federal government gazettes court order prescribing sect. And in the picture story there, we have a section of the Abule Osho Road off Giwalambe Road in Ifo, local government area of Ogun State. And as you can see, there's a There's a gentleman trying to climb over the remaining part of the road that's pliable. I don't know. That's just very, very extreme. It says here, Ndume, Amosun, Nnamani, Melaye, others head Senate committees. Sad one here. Baby dies as Lagos bus crushes mother. Don't set Edo ablaze, Obaseki tells Senate. Buhari says, I have no intention of grooming successor, according to Buhari. At the top here, it says federal government raises panel to recover 5 trillion naira AMCON debts. Federal government insists worship centers must get wedding license. Can kicks. And finally, Atiku, rather APC warns Atiku against felony. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
Okay, this day, El Zakzaki's followers, now enemies of the state, says the IG police to recruit 40,000 special constables for community policing. Obey court order free Shiite leader on Icon tells the federal government. And FG raises task force to recover 5 trillion AMCON debts. All of this on the front page of this day.
Okay. All right. So we have the Nation newspaper as well. Now, with the Nation, it says Buhari's COs Kyari to court. It says Atiku wasn't born Nigerian. PDP candidate shouldn't have run. President tenders credentials. 2 ex-governors, 103 others in trouble over 5 trillion naira debts. Senate confirms all 43 ministerial nominees. Abiola would have solved ethno-religious crisis, it says, more on page 6. Obaseki kicks as Senate gives deadline. Meanwhile, it says El Zakzaki-led IMN is fake, says Shiite. And finally, Turkey fans welcome Mikel Obi. That's what we have on the cover of the Nation.
Okay, from that sporting note, let's just look at complete sports here. All transfer stories that we have here, a lot of transfer stories. Ronaldo approves Juventus's move for Lukaku. Neymar to Barcelona off. Moreno full of fire ahead of return. Where are you returning to? PSG drop a Neymar asking price by £110 million. And Chukwueze, that's a Nigerian, makes UEFA's top 50 to watch list. Ola Aino targets AFCON gold. Will you actually be there by the next one? Pepe in London for Arsenal medical. There's no news on Chelsea here. What's happening now? Chelsea, okay. I know why. They were punished, they were banned.
Wow.
You're Arsenal, right?
I'm not entering this conversation with you, Mike. We have to go for a break. And we'll be back with the traffic situation.
Chelsea fans do.
Yeah. What?
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Yes, it's that time of the show where we update you on the traffic situation around Lagos. And please note that you could always be part of this segment by sending us a message on all of our social media platforms. Let us know what your traffic situation, where you are, is. And perhaps take a traffic selfie. Would love that. Of course, I've got my gang in the kitchen, and they'll also be updating us all on social media. All right, guys. So whilst I'm still trying to get an update on on the traffic situation around the Ikorodu axis of Lagos State. Of course, I'm always here for my Ikorodu pips. You guys know that. Any updates on social media yet? Why are you going Mr. Inventory on me this morning, Mike? What's going on?
I don't understand why Mike is laughing like this. It's very weird.
I found his laughter very unique, though.
Yeah. So as at 6:16 a.m., tollgate inward Ojota is moving fine. As at 6:18, it says there's major traffic impediment around Harikpo inward Bega. Cause yet unknown. Wow. Harikpo, really? All right, so this is according to traffic chief. And it also says here at Ojota through New Garage towards Maryland is moving fine.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other updates?
Oh, do you want more?
Yeah. Okay, so let's hold that thought.
Okay.
All right, so yes, if you are on the Ikorodu Road this morning, my world, I feel so sorry for you because the traffic is pretty tight, really tight. So if you're on your way out of Ikorodu this morning towards Mile 12, the traffic situation right now at Mile 12 is pretty tight. I mean, like, let me borrow in Mary's voice, bumper to fender. It is very tight this morning. And so Mile 12 all the way to Iyano School, K2 this morning is the traffic situation this morning on that, in that area is very, I mean, like, it is not just tie wrapper. It has a belt alongside it. All right, so then approaching Ojota, there is traffic at the bus stop as usual. But after Ojota, if you're making your way to Maryland, there is actually, it's free-flowing actually, there's no traffic. All the way to Maryland, there's no traffic. Idiroko is free-flowing. But yeah, pockets of traffic here and there, I'm guessing at the bus stops, of course. And the service lane, of course, there's pockets of traffic there as well, but not so serious. And approaching Antony, traffic, of course, at the bus stop, but not so serious. And then making your way to Obanikoro, there is a bit of traffic on that, in that area this morning. Any updates yet? Mary had some update from you on social media.
Oh, yes, I did. Bad road portions at Mile 12 inwards K2 from Owode Oniri, causing heavy traffic build-up back as far as Ode Elede. Free movements from Maryland through Idiroko to Anthony. Anthony through Obanikoro toward Pangrove is free at the moment. Slightly slow movement from Pangrove toward Onikpan. So those are the current updates we have.
Yeah, the slow movement, or even on my map, I can see that there is slow movement at Onikpan. Ooh, actually, it's all the way. But the service lane actually is free at the moment. But if you're approaching Fadeyi this morning, there's slow movement, pockets of traffic here and there on Fadeyi. So let's see if we have any updates on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. Because as you all know, we are here to help. So we are looking at, areas. We always know that there's always a rush to the island in the mornings. So let's see what any updates, if anyone has any updates.
Okay, so there's this one that says busy movement from Onikpanu toward Fadeyi on the service lane there. So that is one to watch. It still has to do with the Ikorodu Road area.
Yes, okay.
The same thing really, but we're wrapping this up with this. I didn't know there was such a handle called Lagos Potholes. Wow. Lagos Potholes has a handle.
Are you serious?
And they're tweeting that potholes at Ikeja along National en route Bolade Oshodi are obstructing traffic. So in other words, Lagos Potholes is going to be tweeting quite regularly now. Based on traffic that's caused by potholes.
All right, thank you very much, Titi, for that one. All right, so yes, so 3rd Mainland Bridge is tight, just in case, guys. If you're making your way to the island this morning, 3rd Mainland Bridge is on lockdown. Yes, and that's it on Traffic Update this morning. Guys, what are we talking about? I had gist though, but I don't know. I'll join you in the kitchen
always
now.
has gist.
Yes, I
always
do.
has gist. But something really interesting happened yesterday on Big Brother. Okay. For those that don't watch, but for those that watch Wake Up Nigeria, someone we had on the show just about 2 weeks ago, he had a face-off with Mike.
Yeah.
They danced Michael Jackson.
We did.
And Mike won.
We did.
Mike won the face-off.
Mike did not win the face-off.
I'm trying to, now Mike is the one we have here. Apparently, Elozonam is a new housemate on Big Brother. That was a bit of a shake-up. It was a twist, if you ask me. And
also,
I feel like, when you're in a place for so long and you get comfortable, you get complacent, you just get relaxed, like, oh, you know everybody now, The game isn't a surprise to you anymore. Nothing can surprise you anymore. And then throwing in 2 new candidates that could potentially take away, the prize. You know, I guess it's...
Okay, all right, so...
hey, the way you guys all right...
Yeah,
you guys
are fine.
No, really?
Take the floor.
Wait. No, I mean...
I was going to point something that I can talk about later, so don't worry.
You know how I feel about you. I'm not a fan of the show,
Okay.
so...
Why do you have to let us know?
I just let to let you...
Okay, so take out your pen and your jotter.
Well, anyways, Mike, you know I had gist too. That gist I told you about yesterday.
Okay, so we're taking your
say
gist.
the social media
gist
giveaway
also.
for this Twitter.
Okay, that's true. No, it is a scam. Wow. I don't know why it was. It is a scam.
Scam.
Not our own. No.
So,
tell us how it went.
See me.
What?
I saw a random tweet.
Okay.
I say retweets. I retweeted.
Tell us all the tweets. Listen, big eye.
So,
Ogoju.
they're giving away iPhone X.
They were giving away iPhone and you retweeted.
So wait, I said, no way. So I was like, okay, so random, okay, well, yeah. So I retweeted. And then, so the person reached out to me, like DM'd me. Like, you know, so, okay, send your name, email address, phone number, and stuff. And then I did. Anyway, long story short, the thing is, the guy says that I have to pay for delivery. And delivery is not pay when the package comes. I will pay the money first.
How much is the delivery fee?
The delivery fee, you see? 2,919 naira.
To deliver the phone.
That's like 3,000 naira.
That's approximately 3,000 naira to deliver the phone.
An iPhone X.
iPhone X.
Oh my God.
So
let's
how many retweets did that
Let's start with where has a big problem now. Somebody just stay on the old. How much is iPhone X?
200 or something.
It's more than that.
No, okay.
Someone just stay.
No,
200 or something.
No, wait.
Is that
So I went for that to ask him that. Okay, so why are you doing this? I mean, giveaways. Like, it's quite ridiculous. I mean, you're giving away like iPhone X and stuff. And the guy went on about, oh yeah, that Twitter has really helped his business. You know, and so that is, he's trying to give back. To the Twitter community, and that's his way of giving back.
Wow!
And the minute he said you pay the money before the phone comes.
Wow!
That was an eye opener. I said,
and some people would actually fall for that.
So you know what? Okay. I was telling Mike that imagine if that guy, if like 100 people retweeted, he reached out to 100 people daily.
That's 300,000 naira.
Do you know how many people would actually have sent money to that account?
Wow. Okay, but first of all, iPhone X, the least you can get iPhone X is 290,000.
290,000.
He's asking you to pay 0.01%.
So I paid 0.01%.
I put it to you now that you are enabling scam stars on Twitter. How can you tweet that? You see something, your eye big iPhone X. You want to eat iPhone X.
So even big brands and big companies that do full campaigns, they do a campaign for months before even letting go of things that expensive.
Well,
you get washing
possible,
machines before you get an iPhone.
I know, just say
do you understand what
it can't happen out of nowhere.
It's possible. The thing is this, in such a case, it's probably because, you're having people put money together to probably help somebody. But in a situation where you just wake up from nowhere and they say, come and take iPhone X.
Are you mocking me?
I'm not mocking. It's not an issue of mocking.
I'll leave Mike to do that. I'm not saying that.
Thank you, Mary. Let me pick up from there.
Okay.
So, MM is actually enabling Twitter scammers. Wow. How can you shoot your big eye? Wow. They don't even say Sajem or something.
Don't post it like
wow. And this iPhone X.
I'll be looking at you as a potential ambassador.
So, actually, let me tell you something. I was by the side of it. We just smile anyhow. And I said, Auntie, what's happening now? Hey, in our mind,
scammers.
iPhone X.
But they're on the way. Please be careful out there.
We are laughing about it, but it's not funny. You can't imagine the number of people that must have fallen prey. Yes. Not just that guy, but because I see giveaways every single day on Instagram, on Twitter. You see these giveaways, even on Facebook.
But some of these giveaways are actually very true.
No, of course.
Wedding giveaways, like, okay, we'll take care of some things. Though there are some of these wedding giveaways that actually scam. You get a wedding giveaway, and then it turns out that you're supposed to pay for other services that weren't mentioned. And that happened to someone very close to me, to the extent that eventually she just let go of the giveaway. The giveaway was supposed to be worth about 300,000. At the end of the day, what she would pay to get the giveaway, paying for, you know, our joint services, was going to be about 900K. So she was like, in the wedding, there is even a budget. It has even passed the budget.
You know what happens? Maybe sometime when I'm doing social media or something, I'll put on tech. I'll put together a package how to sort out. There are a lot of things that come to my head now, but I would just how to identify a scam giveaway and all of that. They are quite easy. Mails and all of that, they are quite easy to identify. You're just very careful. Same thing my sister told me about. She was going for an interview. That one has also happened to me before. You see some firms who just tell that interview one is very, very rampant.
And
it happens a lot.
And then you pay for
and then you go there, and then someone just tells you, it's market, one thing, they start giving you one story. But same thing, just let me round up with this. You said something about paying. Auditions, things like that. Whenever someone tells you to let go of money before something, that's your first sign.
Be very careful.
First sign.
Not even a gift.
Just be wary
Avoid
immediately.
With that, we have to wrap up this segment. We will be back. Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Stay with us.
Me, Dad. Welcome back. It's about time for some music on Wake Up Nigeria. We have Too Soft, officially Olatunde Gafar. Now he's a singer, songwriter. He actually left his basketball focus to focus on his music. It's a fusion of Afropop, pop, and R&B, and his first single, Dansaki, was released earlier in the year. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah, good morning.
Too Soft.
Sure.
The name is really interesting to me.
Yeah,
Too Soft.
Tunde Soft.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
soft.
Tunde Soft.
Sure.
Okay, so, but I would have assumed that with a name like that, maybe your music was very soft music. Am I right?
Sure. I do soft music, soulful, and I infuse it with Afropop, you know, something like that, to make something different, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were trying to mirror an artist or a mentor out there, whose type of music would you say you're compared to?
Adekunle Gold and Simi.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But when did this start for you? When did it start?
Recently, last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, when I discover my kind of
flow?
Yeah, the flow, the vibe and all, and yes.
All right, so now you said 2 years. This industry hasn't been easy for even some of the wealthiest of artists. So how has it been for you?
We've been pushing, but with the help of the entertainment that I'm into now, they have been pushing me and my family and first Almighty God. We've been thankful. Yeah.
Okay, so I like the fact that you brought family into this. A lot of people, once their family see that you're going into music, they want to pull you back or something like that. Was that what it was like for you?
The thing is, I feel, you know, the issue is the money, like finance, to sponsor the artist. It has not been easy, but with God and everything, I just have to say thank God. Yeah.
All right.
Thank God.
So I know somebody in your family must have told you can sing now. Who was that person?
Everybody in my family.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody. There was a time that I was even feeling, okay, I can't do this. Let me leave this for now.
Wow.
But with the help of everybody in my family, my brother, my sister, and my mom, everybody keep pushing me, and even my dad,
Oh, this is an opportunity for you to thank them then, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Okay, so the name of the song you're performing is what?
Feintola.
Feintola.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about the song.
Actually, it's a story I got from my brother. From my brother, in his relationship, he told me about his relationship. So I just felt, okay, this story, let me just infuse it into my own song and do something different. So I feel,
Okay.
Then,
all right. Well, I hope your brother wasn't upset that you took his story. Was he happy about it?
He was very happy because, you know, creating something different from, you know, and being realistic, stuff like that, yeah.
All right. Okay, sounds like you have a hit on your hands. So Feintola is
Sure, Feintola, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Too Soft performing Feintola right now.
come and be my own now. Let's stay together. I have decided to move to the city. Something must be done for us to break free from poverty. Chevy one pay, you mental border to she. I need to fight for my generation unborn. I need to hustle for my children to succeed. Ìyà tó jẹ mí, kò gbọdọ̀ jà wọ́n mọ́ mi. Nothing you feel say, we go make me change my mind. Just pray for me. Kórí, kó gbé mi débi rẹ̀. Kẹ́sẹ̀ mi, kó má ṣe ṣì mí lọ́nà.
Can you a cappella it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Feintola.
Feintola, oh.
Hey.
Come and be my own now. Baby girl, come and be my own now. Let's stay together, oh, forever, oh, Feintola, oh. Come and be my lover, oh. Baby girl, come and be my own now. Let's stay together, oh, forever, Feintola, oh. Come and be my lover, baby girl, come and be my own, na. Come and be my own, na. Baby, your love, nìkan ló lè bá mi ṣe o. See me, see your love, I dey folly, oh, oh. I no go gree your love for daddy, oh, oh. Baby, I go carry you go Soweto, oh, oh. Come be my tomato. Come make I show you something. Yeah, now you be my own now, baby, oh. All right, that's it.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much for that one. So I want to touch on Dansaki. So Dansaki, tell me a little bit about Dansaki.
Dansaki is a story, like
personal
for me, a personal story. Yeah.
Okay.
It was inspired by this girl that I was trying to like chase, you know, but she's been had to get and stuff, and so I had to like just do a few songs for her, like because it's not easy to get a girl, you know, a beautiful girl you're willing to like go for, but she's not. You are not capable of going close to her. Like that's strong. That yeah. Okay. Like that's why I named the song Dansaki. You know that she's this kind of heavy kind of stuff in my heart that I'm trying to chase, but she's not coming closer. You know, I'm chasing it, but she's not coming closer to me. But yeah, still we are moving on, Jawa.
So
yeah.
how long did it take you to write Dansaki?
2 days though. 2 days, yeah.
2 days?
Yeah.
So you took 2 whole days to put it together. Did someone help with the lyrics? Did you send it to someone to check it out for you?
The thing is, I get inspired by the environment, and even I don't watch film because I watch film. Okay. I get inspired with films, lyrics. I listen to other people's songs because I feel vibe is everywhere. Even when you're working as an artist, when you're working, there's some kind of little vibe that will just come into you. But you feel like, oh, this thing, I don't like losing vibes. Wow. That's me, and that's why I'm always my phone. So I'll just bring out my phone, record it, or type something out. Beautiful. You know. So
beautiful.
Just to fix.
All right. Thank you so much. Now we are gonna make sure that you come back to perform Dansaki today. I'm really, really glad that you're here. Yeah. And so far, so good. It's all about making sure that your music connects with people. And I have a feeling you have that kind of vibe. We have a very quick clip for you, something really interesting that you're about to see. And I'll be talking to you later.
My name is Aremu Anuluwako. I'm a student of the Department of Linguistics, African and Asian Studies, University of Lagos. Yerba Lingo is a word cross-board game built with the Yoruba language. So it is the first African indigenous word cross-board game. So it was built to facilitate the spirit of learning and fun. Building Yoruba Lingo took about 14 months. Then within those 14 months, we built the tiles, the board, and other things that it's required for the game to be properly made. First, I was using papers to design the tiles. So I would use my biro to write letters and figures. Then I'll cut it to the sizes that I think it's okay. So after doing that, then I moved ahead to build the board with cardboard. So I use blue, black, and red pen to draw the lines. So we have about 21 by 21 cubes. So the total is about 400 and something cubes on the board. I also discovered that students they prefer speaking English compared to our native African languages. So I just thought bringing up an idea like this might give them zeal to learn the Yoruba language. So it's about putting what they might have interest in. You know, if you have interest in something, it would prompt you to, you know, go deep into what the thing is about. The numbers of people that can play the Yerba Lingo game ranges from at least 2 to 5. So it's just about pulling letters from the sack, then you put it on your rack, or a kind of small plastic that we would give in the game. Then you arrange it, then you use those alphabets to form words, then you place it on the tiles like a normal word cross game. You can, the words that you can find on the Yerba Lingo game is vast. You can find any Yoruba language word on it. So you can't really say the amount of words in a particular language. It is not possible. So there are numerous words that can be played. Once it is valid, it is playable. On the Yoruba Lingo board, we had Isodokpo lẹ́tà, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀, Isodokpo lẹ́tà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, Isodokpo lẹ́tà lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, Isodokpo ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Those ones are to give points to the alphabets with figures on the tiles that you are dropping on those boards, just like the normal word cross board games that we have all over the world. What we hope to get, what I hope rather to get from Yerba Lingo is that I'm hoping to reduce the negative attitude of people towards African languages in general and to the Yoruba language in particular. Then also to create a kind of avenue to ease the acquisition of second language learners of the language. Then to also present African languages on a better platform. Because if we are having innovative ideas like this, African native speakers would be encouraged. I feel they will be encouraged to make use of their languages.
One reason to be happy? Well, I'll give you more than one. First of all, it's the end of the month.
Yes, so payday, possibly, for some, for many.
Another one, of course, it's a brand new day.
Yes, indeed.
Number 3?
I have a third one for
Okay.
you. Now you're in for another beautiful experience that we like to call Wake Up Nigeria.
And I'll thank you again for tuning in. Now, the show is for Nigerians, by Nigerians. And my name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinso. Now we're live streaming on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Please send in those comments, contributions, everything you want to send in. Use our hashtag across all social media platforms. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
And then, of course, you can download our app. It's on both Android and iOS stores, and watch us anywhere around the world once you have internet connection. Yeah! It's been a while.
What?
When we don't see Chef Tina for like 2 weeks, it's a while. It's a while because she's a regular on the show.
Yes,
but hey, Chef Tina is back. How you doing, Chef Tina?
Good morning. I'm good. Mike, how are you?
I'm great. Can't
so good to be back again.
Can't wait for what you have ready for us.
Have you, Chef
Thank
Tina?
you. Thank you.
Big hug, Chef Tina. Big hug. Big hug.
But I can see that you're getting ready there. We're going to have something special this morning, I know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Okay.
Now, we have quite a lineup for everybody today.
We do.
And we started it with a bang earlier. We have Dr. Olawale to be joining us very shortly. We're going to be discussing the health benefits of sports and physical activities very, very soon.
And then, of course, for another musical performance, Afro pop and R&B singer, Mr. Spencer will be joining us later.
Joining us to discuss a very salient relationship issue, talking about the effects of comparing your spouse with others. Olabisi Olashoeton is going to be here on our relationship segment.
And then nutrition today will be delving into a very essential topic of carbs, carbohydrates, and the war against it. Dietitian Tolani Fashion will be discussing that.
Then a bit later on, joining us for a chat and performance is the self-acclaimed best rapper in Africa, Black Bones.
All right, so I was going to talk about the two of the things happening today. Today being World Ranger Day.
Okay.
That's for park rangers and stuff. And today also being Uncommon Instrument Awareness Day.
Oh.
Yes, because there are so many instruments that we don't even know exist.
Musical
instruments.
Okay.
Yes.
So there are different types of instruments now.
Yes,
Yeah, but musically uncommon.
Yeah, we know of the drums, we know of the guitar, we know of the piano, basic ones, but there are actually so many that the world doesn't even really know about.
Okay, so are you talking about like xylophones and stuff?
Xylophones are popular.
Xylophones
they even
are
have a name.
popular,
Like
yeah.
if you are in primary school, that's one of the first
Xylophones
things
are
you have to
popular.
learn.
Yeah, but it's hard to see them. You don't see them every day.
But maybe we can look at something like the accordion.
Yeah, the accordion.
Accordion is still more famous than some certain musical instruments.
Like
I
what?
talked about this last year on radio, and I was shocked to see the kind of instruments that there were some as simple as something like it's long like this flat, and then you blow air through it,
And it
you
causes
have
a sound.
amazing music.
Well, I
But
know
that's
the-
not even the thing.
Okay.
That was what I initially wanted to talk about. And then I found myself on Twitter and I saw Venita as the second trending person.
Oh, wow.
Apparently,
Venita who?
Venita.
Venita.
Apparently,
The MILF, the hot mom, Venita.
Venita.
Yeah,
Yes.
Venita.
okay.
So apparently when she came into the house, Omashola went,
Which house?
as in the Big Brother house. So Omashola went, he said you can have any wardrobe you want.
I don't know.
If it's somebody else's wardrobe, I'll kick the person out for you. Even if it's my wardrobe, I'll kick myself
Oh,
out.
wow.
for you.
Wow.
So why is she trending?
So apparently she's trending because some people are like, oh, they've seen her somewhere before
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
She acted on AY's Crib.
Yeah.
She was
She's
the
an
lead
actor,
actress.
but she's like a yummy mom and a social media influencer in terms of being a yummy mom. So she's
Venita.
very hot.
Is it not the video vixen?
Yes. She's the second person that went into the house.
Okay, so I was going
I don't
to
know,
talk about,
I
we're
just got
talking
to
a bit
know.
about...
She used to be a video vixen. I even thought she had, left the,
Entertainment
social, the
industry.
entertainment industry.
Well, I guess she's
But
back.
people can be very nasty. You know how it is when you get into the house and then some people start digging things out about you. Like what is there in a lady being abused? And she leaves, the abusive home and then they're trying to make like, oh, she could not stand.
She can be quite controversial, so I guess she has her own. There's a reason they
People
brought her into the
exhuming
house.
those
Yeah,
things.
so
Okay.
So there isn't as much time as what I wanted to talk about, so I guess we'll hold on till later to talk about that.
Okay.
But we know Ibrahim is on standby.
Yes, we're here in the kitchen with Chef Tina. It's so good to have you. Like we haven't been together in a while. Like it's really been so long.
Yes.
All right, and guess what, people? This morning she is making chips and chicken, or chicken and chips, as we all like to call it. All right, so let's talk about the ingredients we're working with this morning.
Okay, I have chicken wings.
Yeah.
And chicken lap here. My spring onions, seasoning cube, vegetable oil, garlic paste, soy sauce, dry ginger, and tomato paste, tomato ketchup. I have my salt and my black pepper. Then I have my Irish potato on the heat already.
All right, guys. So that's, I mean, this is one amazing thing I love about Wake Up Nigeria, especially the kitchen segment, is the fact that you and I, inclusive, get to learn something from all of the chefs that we have on the show every single day.
Yeah.
So I learned a trick this morning. Guess what, guys? Chef Tina just told me, okay, so I've always wondered what makes my own potato, Irish potato that I fry in my house, belebe like this. Why is it always different from the one they sell in the restaurant? Because the restaurant ones are so crispy, they're so fresh, you know? And I'm like, I've always wondered, what's the difference? And guess what, people? Chef Tina just told me the secrets.
You know what?
Enlighten us again.
I, just the same way you were also wondering, was what I went through before I knew how to do
It's
this.
done,
you know?
yeah.
So what you just do, just parboil your Irish potatoes with just little salt.
That's after you're done slicing it.
After you're done slicing it, you know, dicing it to your own desired shape. You just parboil it a little while, then you pour the hot water off and add little of your cold water. If possible, if there's ice block, just put some ice so it won't get overcooked.
Oh.
Yes, so as soon as you're done with it, you drain the water off. Then you just sprinkle little of your flour, maybe corn flour or your normal flour on it, then you fry. Yes.
So you just pour your oil, your
Yes.
vegetable oil in it, and you just fry.
Yes.
And then it comes out.
It comes out crispy. You know, a few days ago, some of my students were like, finally,
Wow.
Chef Tina, finally, I've got
I mean, like,
something.
I'm so going to try this. Like, there's no way I'm not trying this weekend. Even if I do not have plans to eat potatoes, I'm going to try it because I've always wondered why. I mean, how? What is so special? Do they use like some special cooker to, you know, fry their chips?
Nothing.
And thank you for the secret.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful for it. All right, so let's talk about our chicken.
Okay, marinating it right now.
Okay.
So I have in here my salt seasoning cube. I have my garlic paste, the ginger, dry ginger. So I'm just going to add the soy sauce, little of the soy sauce.
And we're going to fry this, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to leave it to, you know, chill for a little while.
For a little while.
Allow all of those ingredients to go in, and then we'll fry it. All right.
So I'm just going to add my black pepper.
Okay. So a lot of ingredients are going into our chicken, of course. Look at that chicken looking really good. We have to go on a quick break, people. Stay with us. There's more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Dr. Olawale Tubi is the leader of the physiotherapy unit of Kasi Sports Medicine, which is a comprehensive outfit that offers a full spectrum of specialty. Now, we've been having some health talks, injuries and all that, but today we're talking about the health benefits of sports and physical activities. So very fast, like we normally do, let's take a recap of what we've been doing so far. We're talking about injuries and how to treat them and all of that. That's what we've been doing. All right, but then sporting, we're here to talk about how important it is to engage in some sort of physical activity or sport, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go straight to it. A number of people would want to give reasons, or maybe they say they don't have time. I don't have time. I have to go to work early and all of that. First of all, how important is it to engage in physical or sporting activities?
Thank you. Physical or sporting activity is very, very important because it prevents you from having a lot of medical health damages. So it prevents you from having some cardiovascular diseases. It prevents you from having a lot of... So let me just...
Making me scared,
Go on. So now, one thing that people don't know is that it's not necessary you go into playing football, playing basketball, or going to the gym to carry something, to lift something. No. Physical activity, what we're just trying to preach around is that stop living the sedentary lifestyle. Stop sleeping on the bed for 24 hours, watching your TV, doing nothing, doing anything. It creates more harm than good in the body. So we have a lot of exercises you can do
while you are at home and all of that.
Even you don't need to go to the gym for you to do some exercises. Now we have 4 types of exercises. Let me just give you that kind of exercises. Now we have the aerobic exercises or the endurance exercises. These exercises include walking, brisk walking, jogging, swimming, dancing. People don't know that dancing is a form of exercise. Dancing, brisk walking, jogging, those are aerobic exercises. The other kind of exercise you can do is strengthening exercise activity is very, very important because it prevents you from having a lot of medical health damages. So it prevents you from having some cardiovascular diseases. It prevents you from having a lot of... So let me just...
Making me scared,
Go on. So now, one thing that people don't know is that it's not necessary you go into playing football, playing basketball, or going to the gym to carry something, to lift something. No. Physical activity, what we're just trying to preach around is that stop living the sedentary lifestyle. Stop sleeping on the bed for 24 hours, watching your TV, doing nothing, doing anything. It creates more harm than good in the body. So we have a lot of exercises you can do
while you are at home and all of that.
Even you don't need to go to the gym for you to do some exercises. Now we have 4 types of exercises. Let me just give you that kind of exercises. Now we have the aerobic exercises or the endurance exercises. These exercises include walking, brisk walking, jogging, swimming, dancing. People don't know that dancing is a form of exercise. Dancing, brisk walking, jogging, those are aerobic exercises. The other kind of exercise you can do is strengthening exercises. Now I can say I want to go to the gym to build my muscles. Sure. That's another kind of exercise you can do, strengthening exercise. Another kind of exercise you can do is I'll call it balancing exercises. This kind of exercises prevent you from falling. Immediately for the elderly people, gives you more balance, prevents you from falling, prevents you from... So this kind of exercise, all these exercises together, then stretching exercises.
Stretching.
It stretches your muscles, you don't have to stretch your muscles. These exercises are very, very good for everybody's lifestyle. The benefits of these health exercises now is that 1, it prevents you from having some cardiovascular diseases, some heart diseases.
Now, when I hear cardiovascular, that's the heart. That's the center of life, man.
Yes. Yes.
So
it prevents you from having heart diseases like hypertension, a lot of heart disease that exercises prevent you from having.
Okay. So, but now let's talk about something for people that say they don't have time. You know, they have to go to work very early in the morning and then to come back late. Let's be practical now. They really almost don't have time. By the time they come back, they are tired. And they go straight to sleep. Tired not because of the work is so much, or at times you're going to spend 2-3 hours every day in traffic. You go, maybe say, for instance, a bank job. You sit down as a cashier the whole day. You get back, you come back, you're tired, you sleep at night. How can one factor in or put in physical exercise or physical activity to such a lifestyle?
Thank you. The standard time for physical activities, standard is at least, you have the 30 minutes moderate to rigorous exercises for 5 days in a week. Wow. Now, 30 minutes doesn't mean you do the 30 minutes at a stretch.
At a stretch.
At least in a day, put yourself into moderate to rigorous physical activities for 30 minutes for 5 times.
Man, 30 minutes. That's...
Actually, it's at least 150 minutes in a week.
Whew.
So 150 minutes, that's 30 times 5. So now you might just take a walk. Now, instead of you taking a bike to the next junction, take a brisk walk.
Take a walk.
20 minutes walk is okay. Or maybe when you get back from work at night, just take a walk, brisk walk, 20 minutes walk.
But by that time, let me talk about myself also and for a lot of other people. By the time you get back from work, you're tired. And you actually are tired. Let's say there's some things you do and you're tired. Yes. And at that time, having to go on a walk is quite a Herculean task.
It's not easy, I say.
Yeah.
It's not easy because you have to be determined.
Okay, you have to find a way to
you
just
have to
get
find a way to just be physically active. If it is dancing, you know how to do, keep dancing. If it is walking, keep walking. If it is swimming, keep swimming. If it is you going to the gym and performing all sorts of exercises, keep doing that kind of exercise. And one thing about that exercise actually prevents stress. It reduces stress. That's what it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety. That's one thing about exercise does. It helps in joints, your bone, if you have joint issues.
And then we saw something about skipping also. Skipping is also something very, very good.
Skipping is part of the aerobics exercise because it increases your heart rate.
Your heart rate, yeah, and that's something a lot of people say that, look, do whatever you're doing until your heart rate increases. There should be a change or a spike in your heart rate.
Yes.
That's a key indicator that, okay, I've done something every day.
Yes.
Right?
That's one thing. And you need to seek specialists, exercise specialists, sports specialists, to prescribe the kind of exercise for your body.
That you need for your body. Okay, so let's do a very fast overview, depending on kind of bodies. So for somebody who's slim and all of that, who wants to just raise up a fitness level, what kind of exercise would you prescribe for that kind of person?
Okay, like I am, I'm a very slim boy now.
You're chopping body, you're not that slim.
If I want to go, I'm going to the exercise, the gym instructor or the exercise person will tell me, why are you here?
Okay.
Okay, then I'm here to build muscles.
Okay.
Okay, muscle strengthening exercises.
All right.
Why am I here? I'm here to be physically fit.
Okay.
Okay, you do some fitness exercises,
Cardio
cardio and decrease your heart rate.
Okay.
Why am I here? Okay, I'm big and I want to reduce. There are exercises you can be prescribed
that would help
you reduce.
So it's not just good to just start up anything at all.
No, it's not good.
Go
even
get
for treating some heart diseases, some people with hypertension, high blood pressure, there's something going on now. It's called exercise is medicine. That's exercise is medicine. They prescribe exercise as if they are prescribing medicine like drugs.
Wonderful. Dr. Olawale, it's always very enlightening talking to you.
If we start talking about exercise and sporting, we just had a long
exactly. We'll still continue that. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank
Olawale.
you very much. Thank you very much.
Having you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's all that we can take. But Titi, you have an artist there with you? Oh, not Titi. Mary, of course, is the one. Hello, Mary.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm used to people saying Titi and I have the same look.
Okay.
I didn't know it was that serious now.
All right. Nah, not true.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. It's time for us to have another performance on the show this morning. And this time it's by Kolawole Onisiwo. Now, he is a recording artist who started his training in music from the age of 7. Since he went professional, he has recorded about 15 tracks, 15 tracks to his name, and is about to perform Ori. Now, this is a song he hopes encourages the youth to always go the right way. Thank you so much for being here. I know your stage name is Mr. Spencer. I slipped that earlier. I should have mentioned that. Music for you has been quite a journey. You've been doing music for 9 years now, professionally 8 years. What has it been like?
It's actually been fun. It's actually been challenging. Nothing outside what other people have faced, which is the financial constraints thing, and trying to build a career, trying to learn the art, the writing skills and all. So it's actually been challenging. It's been fun. We enjoy the journey, even though it's tough. You know, we just try to make ourselves happy in the midst of all the challenges. It's been cool.
I'm glad, and I'm sure you have plans for the future as
Definitely have plans for the future. Okay, like this, my latest song, Ori, I'm pushing. Our nearest future plan is to feature one of the A-list artists.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay, so we are going to make sure that this song circulates, go round. Okay, and so that's our major plan. So I'm trying to gather our fan base. Okay, so my fans, people that love my work, please follow me on Instagram at Mr_Spencer, and of course on Twitter too at Mr_Spencer.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to hearing your song.
Thank you very much.
So take it away.
Bless you, yeah.
Welcome back. Wake Up Nigeria continues now. We have in the studio Olabisi Olashoeton. Now, she's a certified emotional intelligence marriage coach and an NLP practitioner. She's the founder of Secret Place Wife platform. And we have her here to discuss the effects of comparing your spouse with others. Wow. This topic gets us a bill because there have been cases where you hear, arguments went sideways because of the fact that someone compared one spouse to another person's spouse or a past flame, or so to speak.
Or something you see online.
Yes, or someone you see online and all that, the way the person supposedly treats their own spouse to the public eye. So I guess it's a general consensus that it's not, okay, I can't say it's always a bad thing, but it's in most cases not the best idea to compare. So what are the reasons that it's not the best reason to compare your spouse with others?
I mean, naturally, it starts to breed discontentment with your own life. And comparison is like the bane of your peace. So once you start comparing, you lose your peace, because then your eye is fixed on what is not instead of what is in your own relationship. Say, for instance, I like your hair. I start to wonder, is mine nicer? Maybe I should wear a weave next time instead of braids, But the truth is, my hair is nice, So naturally, comparison is almost like wired in us. It's like a social wiring. We can't say it's possible to stop. But what I usually say is, instead of comparing, just contextualize.
Okay.
So when you find yourself comparing, move then to context.
Okay.
So maybe Titi is wearing this lovely wig because she loves it, because it suits her frame. Okay. I'm wearing this because it suits my frame. So different doesn't always necessarily mean wrong. So we can't promise you that you would not compare again, but you can instead move to contextualizing so that you can then remove all the negative effects like discontentment, lack of peace, criticisms, and just lack of encouragement for your spouse.
Okay, so a lot of the time when we hear of comparisons, we often think better than, not as good as.
Yeah.
Is there a way to move away from that kind of... So you did say put it in context, yes. Yeah. But in my opinion, comparing to someone else or something else someone else has doesn't actually mean that someone else has a better lot than I do.
You can admire something that someone else has. There are influences in our life, actually. I can look at your marriage and think to myself, oh, that's great that a husband does that. That's fine. And I may not be able to stop it at the first level, which is comparison. But what then happens after I get that feeling, or I realize that you have something better or something that I want? What happens is usually the difference between, a successful marriage or not. Am I going to go back to my husband or my wife? I say, oh, you never do this. Look at the other person's boyfriend or husband. They always do this. Or am I going to take it and try to put it in context of my own relationship, in context of the knowledge that I have of my husband, his background, of my wife and her background, and try to look at, can this work for me? So it is that process of contextualizing and thinking within your own content that many people don't do, and that's the hard work. So we just start comparing, oh, she has that now, why don't I have it? And then we go hard on what we have.
So what about, so I've heard from some counselors who talk about from the very beginning of a marriage, actually understanding the purpose of the relationship.
Yeah.
So I've also heard that once people start comparing, it means that they didn't actually have a purpose for being with that partner in the first place. And then they didn't understand the purpose that they had together, which is why they would start to, in some sense, covet what other people have. What would you say to that?
Not quite, because even people who have it good can see something in another relationship and think, oh, nice. I may have celebrated, my wedding anniversary nicely. Maybe we didn't take pictures. We went to a great place. And then all of a sudden, I come online, I see you having your anniversary, and I see flowers, balloons all over the place. And I'm like, okay, mine was great, but that's better, you know. So it's not necessarily because there's no vision, but it is important to always realign yourself to the vision.
Okay.
And set goals. So which is why it's important to have communication, honest communication, you know, regular marriage meetings if you can, so that you and your spouse can define for yourself what does healthy mean for us, what does good mean for us, based on the family vision that we have and personal goals, you know, that sort of thing.
Okay, so I wanted to go back. Oh, something just skipped my mind just now. Goodness me. Okay, so I wanted to go into parenting. So there are some parameters for parenting when it comes to a marriage. So if, for instance, your spouse is comparing your child, right, to another person's child, so you're still comparing you know, things that maybe your wife does with your children that another person's wife does with your children.
Yeah.
It becomes a very, very sore spot. But it also does feel like, you know, you want your child to have better goals, or you want your child to be better, which is why you're making basis for comparison.
Yeah, but better is better. I don't have to bring in another human being into better. And remember, he has to be based on goals, based on what is workable within the context of our own life. So the other woman may be doing so and so for their child. Maybe she's a stay-at-home mom. I work 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, you know, as the case may be. And I come home, you cannot expect the same, you know, attention or whatever. I will try to do my best within the time that I have. So it's important that couples don't sacrifice communication, honest communication, on the altar of desires or unattainable goals, you know. It's important to have this kind of conversation, which is why in my masterclass is something we're going to be discussing, because many people, especially in the age of this social media, you know, we're just coming online looking at, you know, highlighted perfection, things that people have curated, and judging our own lives, our successes, our uniqueness based on, you know, a still image or a 1-minute video clip of a couple, and saying, oh, I'm unhappy because I don't have that.
And you're comparing your years of marriage to a 1-minute clip, basically. I wish we could continue this conversation, but we can always take it online. Please tell us your thoughts on this issue of comparison of spouses. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. But for long story short, it's a no-no, right?
Well, not a no-no. You have to take it further. Know yourself, know your spouse, and know the context that you live in.
Thank you so much, Olabisi Olashoetan here.
My pleasure.
And the secret place wife.
Yeah.
Goodness me, that's a topic we need to keep going with. We have to head over to the kitchen now. And Chef Tina are up to something good.
That was quite an interesting conversation there. I enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bisi, for that one. All right, here in the kitchen with me this morning is Chef Tina. Yeah, we're always so excited to have Chef Tina in with us. And I don't know who's here, but just in case you know, you could tweet at us and let us know who's here with us in the kitchen.
And, do you know, if they tweet at us, there's a cake for that person.
Oh, there is! What? You see?
You see? You know, to tweet now.
This is not a scam. This is for real. This is for real, yeah. All right, so this morning, Chef Tina is making chicken and chips, guys. And so let's talk about the ingredients first of all, and then get to where we at.
Okay, we have our chicken wings and chicken lap here, seasoning cube, garlic paste, soy sauce, tomato ketchup, garlic, dried ginger.
And of course our potatoes.
We have our potatoes,
Irish potatoes.
Then spring onions. We have our black pepper and salt.
This pepper and salt?
Yes.
I thought it was mortar or something for pounding now.
Arauco.
That's why I thought.
Please. So our chicken was already marinated.
Okay, with
all our ingredients here, except for the tomato ketchup. So we're just going to fry now.
Let's tell our viewers what we used in marinating our chicken.
Okay, I used seasoning cube, salt, garlic paste, the dry ginger. I used my soy sauce, salt, and the black pepper.
Okay.
Then I just added little of my flour
to give it
I
that
don't want
crisp.
it to,
How long do you marinate?
It depends. You can actually marinate overnight. You can also marinate maybe like 30 minutes before you do.
The longer you leave your chicken after it's being marinated, the
better.
tastier it is, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you say it's like this night, I think I want to marinate chicken. So if I leave it for a whole night, abandon the chicken for a whole night.
All right, so earlier on we talked about a trick I just learned on the show on how best to get crisp potatoes.
Okay.
I know you have no idea.
I actually don't.
Works.
Yeah,
okay.
actually don't.
So let me educate you, Mike.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because Chef Tina taught me this morning.
You taught
and I am going to go on and on and on about it.
Only this morning?
Yes.
So if you have learned it in 2 weeks now,
okay, so
you're like this already.
Ask you for some. I'm
Just for this morning.
Wait, let me ask you.
Okay.
Do you fry Irish potatoes, or have you ever fried Irish potatoes?
Fry Irish potato. Sweet potato. Irish maybe once. I don't know.
Okay. So you know what? Okay, so if you have fried Irish potatoes before, and then you've wondered why your potatoes are not as crisp as the ones in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to let Chef Tina explain it again.
Thank God. Chef Tina.
Okay, I had my Irish potato already peeled and diced, and I had to parboil it for a while. And when you parboil it with a little salt in it, what happens when you do that? After that, you just take your the Irish potatoes, drain off the water, and if you have ice cubes, like I earlier said, just put the ice cube on it. The reason why you're doing that is for it not to get overcooked. Then the next thing you do, just sprinkle little flour on it, and you just fry. And you know, when I was frying this one, I just had to come and have a feel of it, and she was like, "Wow,
I was so because you already tried frying it. Look at that.
So like this simple thing you don't know.
No, Mike, it's not knowing. Even
Tina,
till
you don't have to respond to that. You don't have to.
This I've been doing since.
There's so much more on the show, guys. Stay tuned for more. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Oh goodness.
Welcome back. Hello again. It's been so far so good, and hopefully increasingly on the brighter side since the hour of 6 a.m.
It's definitely going to get better. Now, this is that show that you look forward to every morning. I am Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Now, as an alternative, you can watch us live on tvcontinental.tv. That's our website. Then Facebook Live at TVC Connect. Send in those comments. We need them. We love them. We can't wait to see them. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
You can also download our app on Android and iOS stores. You can watch us via the app anywhere in the world.
Yes, indeed. So as long as you have internet, you will be able to watch us live when we're talking about nutrition today. It's
nutrition.
A very big deal.
Yeah, but that kitchen is looking nutritious there. With so that hack, that kitchen hack that Chef Tina spoke about, you know it?
No, I haven't. We'll talk about it in a bit. I haven't really heard of it though.
Oh.
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm going to teach you how it's done.
No, Allah. But we're going into a serious issue: carbs and carbohydrates. The
war against carbs.
Dietitian Tolani Fashion will be here discussing that with us. Then we have a performance.
Yeah, rapper Black Abode will be joining us for a performance and a chat after that.
Oh, so far so good, man. I actually can't believe it's Wednesday already.
Yeah, life hack. We're talking about, kitchen hack.
Yeah.
So I want to try it. I actually want to try it.
What was the hack? I didn't catch it.
No,
the hack is how to get your potatoes crisp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the French fries that we, have at restaurants.
Mary, did you know it?
What?
Before now?
No. Everybody knows how to make everybody has their style of making their potatoes.
Okay, well, yeah, you do. So I expected that. So Titi said she didn't know it, and MM said she didn't know it.
Yeah.
MM cooks well, so I was surprised that she didn't know it. Because I was thinking like, okay,
So to the best of my knowledge,
boiling part, then you now fry it.
No, that's making it
Yeah,
hard.
the parboiling. Yeah, so you have to parboil.
That actually helps.
Yeah.
Even with yam sometimes. If
Okay,
you
so
boil
what
it slightly, yes, and you fry.
Yeah.
So what happens is, because you've been able to cook it inside, it's easier for you to just put it on hot oil. You know, with the
And the
sometimes
flour
the hot
also
oil
helps.
make
The flour also helps.
Yeah,
because
and then sometimes you can add flour.
Okay, so if I get flour and if I get flour and egg, that's yamarita, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something I'm trying. It's been long, you know.
Yeah.
But then marinating, please. Just take me through, please.
Yeah,
Chicken.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
The spices.
The spices.
Yeah. If you have the skin on the chicken, you put the spices under the skin.
Yes.
How do I put you under the skin without tearing it?
No, you
just
open.
Okay.
Yeah, you just open it slightly.
But cook it on the skin side.
But you know, sometimes you don't even have to marinate. If you use the right spices, especially when you don't have time, maybe you're in a hurry. If you use the right spices, you can actually still get the taste.
Over the night.
Okay, that's
so
fine. It's
this
still the
night
same
to
thing.
tomorrow morning.
Get
Make
a
sure
bag,
you use
nylon bag, pour the spices
in it.
put the
your
chicken
chicken in it.
tie it,
Then
put it in your
shake
fridge.
it, then put it in the fridge.
What if there's no light now?
There must be light too.
No, there's a trick. This is what I do when there's no electricity and I need to use cool water for something.
Okay.
Put water in a bowl or bucket.
That's the
and
cold.
put it
That's
inside.
cold water, yeah.
Not even the fact that it's coming from the tap is not usually hot.
Okay, yeah, well, true.
So the water is cool. So that helps.
So in the chicken, any bit of water, only spices, no water.
No water.
No
Just
water,
the spices.
just the spices.
Yes,
By the time you even bring it out, you see that it's already sipping.
Like I said,
One other
remember, bear in mind that the longer your chicken stays marinated, the tastier it is.
So this was going to happen. I will upload my progress on social media and I'll be calling them, video call while I'm doing it to be sure.
No,
And I will show you, maybe I find the latest.
No,
I will show you if I don't
Remember
chicken out, by
that
the way.
time Mike cooked beans?
Yes, so.
And he was
never let
supposed to
him
bring,
get
and he was supposed to bring
I brought the
some for
beans.
me
I
to
brought the
taste.
beans. I brought the beans. So for beans, it's a specialty. I'm good at that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't put fish like does.
Not everybody puts fish.
Not
in
everybody
them.
puts
So
fish.
I personally, because of I don't like. Okay, so I've taken some beans where it was bony fish.
Oh,
And so when
okay.
I'm taking beans, I don't expect obstruction.
Yeah.
So that's the major issue I probably have.
I don't
So
expect obstruction.
if there's fish that doesn't have any, but so when I'm eating beans and I have to take out bone, I want to eat beans and do you understand?
I'm sure they
I'm
didn't
taking the whole
bone
thing.
the dry fish or
serious
whatever it is
matter.
properly. Yeah, but
Can you
if
look
All
at
right,
it?
so please,
we are
ladies,
Oporoko, stockfish,
please,
really?
under no circumstances, if Mike says, please come to my house and help me, don't answer him.
Who's going to Mike's house to help me
please,
do
just
anything?
confirm.
Why?
Why?
Why can't we help him?
Don't help him. On the phone, he said video call.
Yeah.
Don't rescue Michael and then come and say he cooked the chicken. I'm not there.
No, I mean, I'm going to help you.
We have so many.
Give five. So you said no inside beans, right?
No, don't do
poroko.
stockfish in beans, please.
Some people do, and it's tasty. I
I've
have
seen
never
poroko
done
now.
it
It
because
makes
me,
sense.
I
I
like
think
my
this
the way he
conversation is
likes the
getting a
beans, I
bit
like
too
it
fishy for
plain
me.
like that.
Stockfish.
This
Yes.
is a very fishy conversation.
People
But I know
experiment
that
with food.
Ibrahim is on.
Welcome back. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria. Next up is nutrition. And of course, we have a nutritionist in the house. Tolani Fashion is a registered dietitian and a member of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria. She calculates calories for special health cases like diabetes and other weight-related chronic health disorders. And today we'll be talking about war against carbs.
Exactly. It's a big
When I heard about this topic, I'm like,
one-time topic.
A lot of people are on this table. Let's shake it. All right, let's talk about what are carbs. first
Seems
of all?
like carbs has become carbohydrates generally. They are the enemy now.
Yeah.
You grow fat, you say it's because of your carbohydrates. They are too much. You have constipation, it's carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate.
You have hemorrhoids, it's carbohydrate.
Carbohydrate.
Diabetes, it's carbohydrate. So everybody are just cutting down on carbs and then increasing the others. So carbohydrates are, part of the macro, we call them macro, the major food nutrients.
Okay.
We have carbohydrates, we have proteins, we have fats, vitamins, minerals. But those three, carbohydrates is the big one, the first and the major in the house. And then it does more of fueling the body. Produces energy. We call it energy-giving food. That fuels the brain, the central nervous system. Virtually all the organs of the body take glucose to run, their course. And of course, we have different types of carbohydrates. We have the simple, disaccharides, monosaccharides. Let me bore you with all those details. Fructose, sucrose, galactose, and blah, blah, blah. And then we have the
heavy, the complex carbohydrates. So that's basically what carbohydrates have.
Okay, so why is there a need for this war against carbohydrates? Because I hear people say, I'm staying away from carbs.
Yes.
Your body needs them to function properly. So why is it a problem? Or why does it pose an issue
to people?
To people.
Yeah. The first one is this. Some complain that too much carbohydrates, they feel heavy. Let me say it that way. They feel heavy when they take carbohydrates, so they don't really like it. They want something lighter. Others complain that it makes them hard weight. They believe obesity is linked with it. Some others complain, just like I mentioned, about hemorrhoids, constipation. Some others to diabetes. Every bit of those conditions, they link it to their carbohydrate diet. But I feel this is it. It's a misconception.
Okay.
It's about what is the right way. You know, one of my bosses, consultants in the hospital would always say, the shortcut is the longest route.
Yeah.
Let us do it the right way. Like they would say traditionally, let's do it the way it should be done so that it would be as it should be. So what is the right way? The right way is still going back to the food pyramid. According to the US dietary guidelines, body of nutrition, and even in Nigeria too, in Africa.
Because we need to have ours
yes,
as well.
Yes, in Nigeria, in Africa, everywhere. Your carbohydrate intake should be between 45 to 50% of your diet.
Every single day?
Not even day, per meal.
Per meal?
I'm going
per
somewhere.
Meal?
Yes, I'm going to shock you.
Whoa.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
You know, I have a patient who, now, there are many, one of our patients in the hospital, very interesting, wonderful man and his wife, and then quite overweight, morbidly obese. I mean, really, really obese, about 40 kilograms per meter square. And then I got talking to him. Of course, he told me he's been on different types of meal plans. He's tried keto. Right now, he's on a special one that has been working. I said, really? She said, in 6 weeks, he lost 13 kg. And he's happy with his new diet. Tell me about the diet. High protein. That's Atkins diet. We have keto, we have Atkins diet, we have... You know, the other time when I was talking about keto, I said you migrate from keto to Atkins, from Atkins to the normal one.
Yeah.
He's been on that. And when he told me, I had to explain a lot of things to him. When I finished, I told the doctor, I want us to check this man, his protein level. I guess if I queried it in his file that he would have proteinuria. The doctor said, no, his kidneys are fine. We did urinalysis, it's okay. But then I left the consultant, I went to meet the medical officer. I said, this guy, I'm after him. I want to know his protein. So by the time they did it, there was plus. He has proteinuria.
What's proteinuria?
It means proteins in the urine.
In the urine, and that's a problem.
Yes. No, that's not the right way. It's not, I mean, this is what eventually leads to kidney overload with protein that breaks down the kidneys and all of that.
Wow.
Now, this is where I'm going to. Every bit of these abnormalities or trying to run away from carbs make people put their body in harm's way. Now, let us go about how do we do it the right way. Number one, quality.
Quality.
The quality of the carbohydrate.
Okay.
What quality of carbohydrate are you taking? Take complex carbohydrate.
Which are?
We have your whole grain cereals. I was talking to a mother, a pregnant woman. I said, when you go to mill your millet, tell the guy milling it for you to double his price, give him double the amount, first of all, then tell him to mill it in such a way that you won't have to remove any shaft. Because the outer part of these grains that you are removing are the most vital part of the grain. You are leaving the starch, you're just removing the vitals and then leaving only the starch. And the goat is getting fairer and finer and fresher every day while you're just feeding on starch alone.
Wow.
So complex carbohydrates, your whole grain cereals, your brown rice, instead of the polished rice.
Quite expensive.
Local rice, is it really expensive? I buy local rice, it's not really expensive. And we have some destoned ones.
Rice,
yes,
right?
yes, and we have some destoned ones.
You know there's a fada rice and there's the brown rice.
Yes,
yeah.
Both of them.
Okay.
They are still full, they are not polished, so they are good. They are way, way better than the polished rice. Don't be deceived by basmati. I hope none of them is out there to come and catch me. Don't be deceived, please. It is only if it is brown basmati.
You know, there's that misconception that basmati rice is actually really healthy.
It's only if it is brown basmati. Brown rice, local rice. Then we talk about wheat.
There was war against wheat recently.
Yes.
And I had to sit with a patient who rejected every wheat. I've stopped eating wheat for so long. I said, hey, do you have gluteal intolerance? Do you have a celiac intolerance? You don't have celiac disease, sorry, you don't have gluteal intolerance. It's like having lactose intolerance. For you to say you don't take milk again, you've been diagnosed with that. So for you to say you're not taking wheat again, did a doctor tell you you have this particular intolerance? Don't deprive yourself of what you would gain from. So all grains, basically. Wheat,
grains.
brown rice, local rice,
Whole grain cereals.
Yes. Most of the time when you are milling your cereals, like the millets, the one they call gero locally, they call it gero corn and all of that.
Okay.
Try not to remove the back. Let them mill everything well
together.
for you.
Wow.
So you do more of that, complex carbohydrates. You do more of the fruits too. Fructose. Yes, the thing about fructose does not have huge glycemic index like glucose. Although the whole process too can still turn to glucose, can still blah, 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 but at least the glycemic index is quite different. So you do more of that. Then you do more of, what do we call it now? Lean protein. I heard you guys talking about not adding fish to beans. Now, this is it. The danger there is that if you keep taking proteins like that, you have a less value. The biological value of that protein is low. The way you increase the biological value of a protein is by adding animal proteins to it. If I want to add it, I eat more chickens, I eat more eggs, I eat more beef, and you see the bomb coming out, everything coming out. Now, if I just take beans alone, nothing at all. I don't have to tissue level. I'll just be fine, but I won't have the complete effect. So complex carbohydrates are, that's quality. Quantity, even if I take complex carbohydrate, but I eat huge amounts plate. Like a patient was telling me, I don't take breakfast, I just take lunch alone, but your lunch is always huge. I said, that's it, because the body has the way of demanding.
So how much of, how we're talking about quantity, how much of it should you take?
It's individualistic. Really, there's a baseline.
Yes.
We know for every female, when your activity level is quite minimal, it should be between 1.6 kilocalorie, 1.516. That is the carbs alone now. But if you're a male, it should be between 1.7, 1.8. But then we shouldn't use that general. You meet, let them calculate. It's easy.
It's not as if you measure these things. It's not as if when you go to the cafeteria and say, I want food, you're measuring it.
You know, by the time you see a dietitian, that is why, you know, someone said something, the world of nutrition is porous. Everybody is a nutritionist. Even my grandma is a nutritionist. But then there is more to this. So your kilocalorie will be told you know the measure, because the measure is important. I'm taking complex carb, I'm taking a huge plate. Now, it's going to
that is
add,
dangerous.
Yes, I'll have glucose overload. And of course, this can result in those things, the obesity, the diabetes, the hemorrhoids. When I'm taking less fiber, I mean, the secret of constipation and hemorrhoids is because of fiber. Increase your fiber, increase your water intake. It's not even about the sugar per se. So quality, quantity, timing. We have that problem in Lagos. People will always hit late. They'll say traffic, and then I get home late, and then I have to hit late. We have to find a way around it.
Okay, so what's the perfect time to eat in the morning?
The right time for breakfast, between 6 to, by the time it's 8 a.m., 6 to 8 a.m. for breakfast.
6 to 8 a.m. breakfast?
Yeah, lunch 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
And then dinner 6 to 7. It was 7:30 in some occasions.
Hey, by the time you go out from traffic and you're really tired.
You can plan.
What do you do?
You can plan. Like I was telling, a man says, one of my patients, he said, sorry, I mentioned my patients a lot. He said that his wife would want him to come back from work around 10 and she would prepare, that is the main meal of the day at 10
Okay, let's try to help our viewers here. Yes, because we have to work with the realities that we live with. What's the best food to take when you get home late at night, like after 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m.? What food would you suggest? What are the alternatives?
Portion control. Make it really small.
Okay.
Make it really small.
No matter
and then
what
you can make it really small, then you can do more of your cereals, maybe at that time, whole grain cereals at that time. And make sure you take your protein too. Just make sure that the protein are the lean proteins. Don't run away from fish. Make it, the fish oil is so medicinal. I used to say 3 fishes that have the highest content of omega-3. We have salmon, we have Titus, and we have herrings. The 3. I'm not mentioning croaker and blah, 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 blah. They're also fine. But those 3, take a lot of them because they have fish oil. And then, so just make sure even if you're not taking whole grain cereal. So you won't be like, there's no whole grain cereal at home, so no food. No. You can take fruits, you can take salads without cream as much as possible. You can just drizzle with extra virgin olive oil, you know, and you're fine. Sure. Small portion, complex carbohydrates, unprocessed as much as possible.
So we've explained quality, quantity, timing.
Yeah.
And those are the three major factors that you need,
there's so many, of course, glycemic index too. So that is why you should do your fruits. Of that 50% being carbohydrates, you can make 10% fruit intake.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Tolani. I have learned a lot, and I hope everyone watching has as well. We'll definitely have this discussion again next week. All right, thank you so much. Yes, people, I hope you've learned a lot. It's another time for another musical performance, and of course it's Black Bones in the building. Hello, Black Bones.
Hey, I'm so ahead of my time. 2018 held me back. Carry the cross, I'm like Christ. Pray to God to save my life, cause I'm really going and killing these people like flies. Well on my way to the ice. Never been.
Welcome back. Yes, you just saw a performance from Black Bones before the break. He's a Nigerian rapper who has no reservations about proclaiming himself the best rapper in Africa. Now, so far, no rapper has challenged him to a rap battle that we know of, but he's kind of famous for dropping hot freestyles and claiming the throne and dissing fellow rappers. Okay, so his single, Mami Water, is currently busting the airwaves, and it's great to have you on the couch here, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so, you know, I'm like, there's a lot happening in the music industry, and people have called out other people before for proclaiming themselves to be the best at anything.
Yeah.
So when did this start? Was it from the very beginning that you started saying this? Is it just now we're getting to hear it?
Naturally, like in hip-hop, everybody always claims to be the best, you get, but I think because I'm like this, you know, like social media guy, right? So when I started saying it and, you know, I introduced this freestyle where I said it, and that freestyle like really blew up. Now everybody is now taking it a little more like seriously than a regular brag. Like, no, everybody will come on a track and say best rapper, but now it's seeming like, oh, this guy is really saying he's the best rapper, and he really means it. So like, at some point I'm like, yeah.
You actually do mean it.
Yeah.
So I found it interesting that you're signed to Chocolate City now.
Yeah.
That happened about, what, a year ago?
Yeah, like a year ago.
About a year ago, but you've been in the industry for quite a while.
Yeah,
about 7 years, am I right?
Yeah. Like I started rapping like 2012.
Okay.
But like I've not been making all the moves I was supposed to make because I was in school. You get, so I just got out of school in the end of 2017. So like 2018 and 2019 has been my really active years. But in all those other years, I've always been dropping music. Like Bad Boy Black that I dropped this year was my 8th project.
Wow.
So like I put out mixtapes, I put out like EPs, I put out so much content.
So on the average mixtape or EP that you put out, about 5 or 6 so far, how many tracks on each?
Like my old mixtapes used to have a lot of songs, you understand, like 20 averagely. So like if I add up all those mixtapes and everything, maybe I have like 500 to 1,000 songs or something out.
And those are all in the can that you can always relaunch again if you want to.
Whenever I want to.
So getting signed to Chocolate City after being in the industry for so long, what sort of impact has that made on your music?
For me, like, it gave me visibility because, like, a lot of people sometimes don't pay attention to you because you can rap. They pay attention to you because of who you're affiliated with. So when you, like, step in a room, someone can introduce you as Chocolate City's new signing or something, M.I. Bagger's protege or something. So that just gave me visibility. More people paid attention to me. So in that space, when I dropped my Bad Boy Black, everybody was like, oh, this guy that is on Chocolate City is a really dope guy. Everybody started like listening to my music and stuff. So like that moment, people actually knew who I was and, you know, recognized the talent.
But it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell calling yourself the best rapper when you have M.I. being your boss.
Yeah.
Did you have a conversation with him on this? What was he?
Nah, it was just if you are a real hip hop person, you understand where it's coming from.
Okay.
Understand, like, it's part of like hip hop. You are supposed to believe you are the best.
Okay.
Right? But the only difference is I'm a lot more vocal than every other person about it.
Okay.
Like most people only say it in their tracks and they never say it for real. So me, I say it for real. So like, MI cannot have a problem with that because he's also said it in his tracks too. African rapper #1. Like everybody, like at some point you say it. So he's not going to have a problem with that kind of thing.
All right, so the word characteristics has been trending for a while. I want to find out what you think are the characteristics of the best rapper in Africa.
You have to have actual confidence and you have to be fearless. You have to be ready to go at anybody you get. So like since I claimed to be the best rapper, like yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, but like I had like 5 of the top 10 trends. I had #1 trend, #4, because somebody dissed me the day, like 2 days before, and I came back with my reply. And, like I broke the internet again. Like you have to be ready to come at anybody that says you are not what you say you are. You get. So like that's one major characteristic.
All right. So I know you're one for your freestyles. I'm going to come at you soon to give us a freestyle for Wake Up Nigeria. But meanwhile, we want to take a clip of some of your work.
Hey, yo, trust me, man, I know they overhype you. What I'm saying right now, nobody holds a candle. Body soft and he killing
All right, that was Mami Water featuring Oxlade.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Oxlade myself.
He's
Honestly.
been here, right?
Yeah, of course. He's been here like twice.
Wow.
So are you gonna bust a freestyle for us? Yeah, you're gonna bust something for us.
Let me just do something. Wake Up Nigeria. Black Bones, best rapper in Africa. People been sleeping on me, but guess what? It's Wake Up Nigeria. Rappers pissed off because I be the boy. Came and blew the game up, they see results. Field rappers coming at me because that shit flopped.
Okay, we're on Breakfast TV.
Right.
Calm down, calm down.
Yeah,
we have to take you for breakfast to calm you down. But nice one.
Thank you.
A big shout out to you for coming up. We're coming on set this morning. I know that rappers always you work overnight in the studio, and getting you here in the morning was really special. Nice to meet you, bro. Let's go to the kitchen right now. I know that Chef Tina has been working on something really, really.
Yes, welcome to the kitchen, Black Bones.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if I was going to eat this food.
Welcome to the kitchen. This is Chef Tina, and this morning she's made chicken and fries. Very easy, yeah. I know you like chicken and fries.
Who doesn't?
Is that right? Okay, so Chef Tina, over to you. Can you tell us how you put this together?
Okay, I have my French sweet Irish potatoes. Then I have my chicken wings and chicken lap. I just marinated the chicken with a lot of spice and fried my chicken. Then the Irish potato was parboiled before I fried it. So you can have that crispy.
So these fries are not from a packet. They're made
like real
fresh from potatoes.
You actually have fork that you can use.
Oh, oh wow, that's what this is. Wow, this is the real life.
Right. So, meanwhile, I'm loving the way it looks so colorful on the screen. It looks so good. And it was World Chicken Wing Day, Mary. Do you remember?
Yes, on
Monday.
And we have chicken wings in the building. Chef Tina, you know we love you.
Love you too.
Big shout out to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. We appreciate you. And of course, everybody else who has been a guest on the show, all our contributors, we appreciate you. And please stay with us online with our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.